Hello everyone and welcome to episode 112 of this Let's Play series of Star Trek Online. My name is Winters and you are very welcome. Now for this episode we are going to talk about upgrading. Before we do that, we are going to take a quick trip back to our fleet starbase. Here it is. Because in our last episode I actually forgot to pick up something. Yeah, it just slipped my mind, and once I finished recording, it came back to me, and I was like, feck it anyway. So, where we're going to is actually the Fleet Embassy, and you will see why in a minute. Well, I suppose I can tell you guys about it now. Basically, the Fleet Embassy, assuming that your fleet has this unlocked, you can purchase bridge officers from there. And let's actually get over there first. Transwarp to other fleet holdings, Fleet Embassy. There we go. Yeah, so you can purchase Romulan bridge officers there, and there is a trait known as Superior Romulan Operative, if memory serves correctly. And this trait is a space trait for your bridge officers, and it increases your crit chance and your crit severity, and that is something that you want to jack up as much as possible. If you remember the well, by the way, we're going to ops here. If you remember in the last episode when we purchased our tactical consoles, we had a choice of jacking up either our crit chance or crit severity, yeah, this is what these bridge officers do. Now this is the console that you need to come to, or the vendor. And the ones that you're looking for, believe it or not, are actually not the very rare ones that are marked here. What you're looking for is Romulan Male Tactical Officer Candidate Rare. Alright, the blue guy. And if we look at the list here, it says Space Abilities, Superior Romulan Operative, plus Crit and Crit Severity, Reduced Cloak Cooldown Time. Alright, the Cloak cooldown time doesn't affect us, doesn't help us one bit, so forget that part. But the crit chance and crit severity, that's what we're looking for, and it is huge. If we look at the very rare ones, we can see that it has Superior Subterfuge, which is plus cloaking effect, plus defense, plus damage after leaving cloak. And if we look at the Romulan one, it's the very same. So it's the rare Romulan male, and it's the tactical guy that we're looking for, and I'll explain why in a minute why I'm going for tactical. So I basically, on my ship, if I go to stations here, I have 2 tactical stations, so that means that I need 2 of these bad boys, and look, they're 80,000 a piece. It's a big investment, I'm not gonna lie, it is, but trust me, it's worth it. Okay, big difference to your build, and this again is something that you want to. Wait a minute, why are you only giving me 1? Oh wait, I bet I know why. No, I should be able to purchase more. Let's close this for a second. Join crew, and can I purchase another one now? Maybe they've changed something. Nope. Alright, that's all I had to do. Crit chance, crit severity, reduced cloak, Superior Romulan Operative, Rare Romulan Male Tactical Officer. Buy. Yeah. Okay. And join. Right. Basically, my candidate roster was full there, and I couldn't purchase another one because my slots were taken up. So I am going to be replacing these 2 tactical officers with the Romulans. Now there is another space trait that is I suppose you could say is highly sought after, or that is good. It's called Pirate. It can be got very easily on the Klingon faction by getting Nautican bridge officers. They all have the Pirate trait, and that basically increases your damage. It's a yeah, an increase to overall damage output, and there is only one other place to get that trait. Later on in a story mission, we will pick up a member of the hierarchy. He will be a science bridge officer, so he will go there. So that's why I didn't go for science, for example. Now there is another thing where if I click on duty officers and I click on overview, we can see here, I've talked about this before, the more duty officer missions you do in a particular category increases your overall rank in that category. So we can see here diplomatic is currently at rank 2, science is at rank 3, and so on. The rank 4 reward allows you to pick a bridge officer from an enemy faction, which means you can pick up a Nausicaan. And what I will be doing is I will be picking up an engineer. So I will have 2 tactical Romulans, the hierarchy, and a Nausicaan engineer, and the other engineer I will be using a human. The space trait that all humans come with is leadership, which is a plus health regeneration. So that's how my space bridge crew will look. I will probably go with something completely different for ground, but that's again, you know, everything about this game is space orientated. In my opinion, ground is unbelievably easy. You don't have to put as much time, resources, or thinking into ground as you do with space. So yeah, they're the 2 bridge officers that you definitely want to pick up. If your ship has 3 tactical stations, then you need to pick up 3 Romulan superior operatives. Or if your ship has only 1 tactical station, then you only need to pick up 1. I have 2, so that's why I was going with 2. And you pick those up from the embassy. Alright, let's return to Fleet Starbase. And we will return to Sector. Alright, I'm going to beam down to Delta Quadrant Command, just to get onto a ground map for this, because we're going to be upgrading some space gear. Okay, so let's open up our inventory, open up our character sheet, and we'll look at our ship. Now, all gear is upgradable, unless it is a levelless item, like this, which is already epic, but there's no level with it, so that is a levelless item. Or, it's a universal levelless epic item, like this here. You can see the infinity symbol there. Okay? If it is a levelless epic item, you will not be able to upgrade it further. Everything else is upgradable. Actually, there's another caveat, with the exception of devices. Devices are not upgradable, they're not gear. Right. In order to upgrade a piece of gear, I'm actually going to start off with my tactical consoles. The reason why I'm starting off with my tactical consoles is if I upgrade only 1 tactical console, alright, so we'll say this one, it is going to buff all my weapons. Alright? That makes sense? By upgrading 1 tactical console, I buff all weapons. Whereas if I upgrade 1 weapon, it only buffs that particular weapon. So, in my opinion, you're better off to start off with your consoles. You get more bang for your buck. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter. But if, like me, my resources are limited at the minute, and I want to get the most bang for my buck, I'm going to start off with my consoles. So I'm going to put this console into my inventory. Now what we do is right click and click on upgrade item, or alternatively you can click down here on your inventory where it says upgrade and then just drag the item across. Now all items have a number of tech points that are required before it can upgrade to the next level. So we can see here the results after upgrading will be Mark 13 instead of Mark 12. And here is the tech points, or technology points. It needs 23,402 tech points in order to upgrade to Mark 13. Now, how do we do that? We do that by using tech upgrades. Tech upgrades go into this slot. You can drag them from your R&D tab, or you can just simply click on the box and select the tech upgrade. Now, how do we get tech upgrades? Let's open up our duty officer window. We click on R&D. Now remember, I said I was going to bring in all the schools up to level 15 first before we do an in-depth discussion on upgrading. This is why. If I click on beams and scroll down here to the bottom, we can see we have these tech upgrades. Basic tech upgrade beam technology, improved tech upgrade beam technology, superior tech upgrade beam technology. This is where you craft them, and this is the one you want to be going for. Excuse me, the superior tech upgrade. And this is unlocked once you hit level 15. That's why I was going for level 15 before we done this talk, because you need to be 15 in order to craft the damn things. We can see here improved tech upgrades are level 10 and basic are level 5. Now if I click here, we can see I have a number of improved and basic tech upgrades. You want to stay 1,000,000 miles away from basic tech upgrades, and then you want to spend another 1,000,000 miles away from improved tech upgrades. You should only ever use superior tech upgrades, or ones like the Phoenix Tech Upgrade Enhanced or Omega Tech upgrades. Basically, any tech upgrade except for improved or basic, and I'll tell you why. I have done up a little thing here to show you guys the story with tech upgrades. So we can see here this tech upgrade, it's a superior tech upgrade. It says it gives 12,800 technology points. Remember, to the 23,000 that was needed. The reason why this says 25,600 is because there is an event going on at the minute that doubles the amount of tech points applied. So normally this would be at 12,800. Anyway, a basic tech upgrade gives 2,000 technology points and costs 700 dilithium per tech upgrade. So actually, let's just move on to improved. Improved tech upgrades give 5,000 technology points and costs 950 dilithium to apply each one. And a superior tech upgrade gives 12,800 technology points and costs 1,075 dilithium per upgrade applied. Now, the reason why you want to stay 1,000,000 miles from basic and improved is, if we take superior as a baseline, okay, in order to get 12,800 tech points from a basic tech upgrade, you need to use 6.4 of them, and that totals up to 4,480 dilithium to get your 12,800 tech points, compared to a superior tech upgrade that only costs 1,075 for the same amount of tech points. For an improved tech upgrade, in order to get 12,800 tech points, you need 2.56 improved tech upgrades, and it costs 2,432 dilithium compared to the 1,075 dilithium needed in order to apply a superior tech upgrade. So basic tech upgrades, while the cost per is cheaper, the overall cost is over 4 times more expensive to use in the long run, and improved is over twice as expensive to use in the long run. I wasn't kidding when I said stay a million miles away from basic and improved. In fact, you need to spend or get a million light years away from basic and improved. And to show you that I'm not kidding, I'm going to discard every single basic and improved tech upgrade that I have right now. And I've got a few of them. I am not going to use them. They cost far too much dilithium to use in the long run to get the same value compared to a superior tech upgrade. Alright, so I really want to hammer this home. Here's some more. You should only ever use superior tech upgrades or the other ones I mentioned earlier. Basic and improved, stay a million miles away from them. Yeah, so that's it. And you need to be level 15 in each school in order to craft the different types of tech upgrades. Now, cannons have their own school, so you need cannon tech upgrades to upgrade cannon weapons or turrets. Deflector needs science tech upgrades. Impulse engines need engineering upgrades. Warp core needs engineering upgrades. Shields needs shield upgrades. Engineering consoles need engineering upgrades. These are universal consoles, so they will use any upgrade. And tactical consoles will use any energy-based tech upgrade. So, for example, beam tech upgrades will upgrade these. Cannon upgrades will upgrade these. Obviously, you need projectile tech upgrades for upgrading torpedoes and mines as well. Actually, I should point that out. Okay. So, if you want, you can look at this again. A basic tech upgrade gives 2,000 tech points, and it costs 700 dilithium to apply each one of those. That totals up to 6.4 basic tech upgrades needed to get 12,800 tech points, which costs 4,480 dilithium. Improved tech upgrades give 5,000 tech points and costs 950 dilithium per tech upgrade applied. That totals up to 2.56 improved tech upgrades to get 12,800 tech points and costs a total of 2,432 dilithium to get that 12,800 tech points out of it. Whereas if you use superior tech upgrades, each one gives 12,800 tech points and only costs 1,075 dilithium per tech upgrade. And obviously you need one tech upgrade to get 12,800 and at a cost of 1,075. Alright, I hope I didn't lose you there with the mathy part of it, or that segment, but having it rolled out here like this, I hope that you can see the reasons why you do not want to go near those upgrades. I've seen people and they say, oh well, I'm not level 15 in the school yet. That doesn't matter. Well, look at, alright, I'll put it this way. If you want to do it, go ahead, but you're being the fool, okay? It's costing you an enormous amount of dilithium to use those. You could be doing it better. Just spend the time to level up your schools to level 15. That's all you have to do. And it's not hard. Once a day, every day, just log in and set up your research projects, and that's it. Something I should point out, or that I want to point out. These Omega tech upgrades. These can be got during the anniversary event. You've already seen the mini game that we played each day in order to get the vouchers for the anniversary ship. You can spend as much time as you want farming those traces. So remember, we had red Omega traces, blue Omega traces, and yellow Omega traces. And you do not need any mission just to go and farm them. You do need a mission in order to do the daily for the vouchers. It just so happens that the daily is go to X location and farm X type of particle. But once you have that done, you can stay in that location and you can farm that particular color there to your heart's content. You could stay there all day. I've done it. All right. And what I've done here is a breakdown of how these work. So you need one blue, one red, one yellow to make one sliver. You need 3 slivers to make 1 shard. You need 3 shards to make 1 fragment. And you need 3 fragments to make 1 Omega Tech upgrade. And if I mouse over it right here, we can see that it gives 25,600 technology points. Okay? It gives a times 4 quality improvement chance. And here's the big bit. It doesn't cost any dilithium to use. Okay? And you can use these tech upgrades on any item. It doesn't matter. You don't need special ones to upgrade certain types of gear. These tech upgrades will work on anything. I've brought this even a little bit further. In order to make 1 Omega Tech upgrade, you need 27 blue, 27 red, 27 yellow. That will convert into 27 slivers. Those 27 slivers will convert into 9 shards. Those 9 shards will convert into 3 fragments, which in turn will convert into 1 Omega Tech upgrade. So if you wanted to make 100 tech upgrades, you would need 2,700 traces of each type. So 2,700 blue, 2,700 red, 2,700 yellow. If you wanted to get 100 Omega Tech upgrades. Okay? I've done it myself. It's mind-numbingly boring. What I typically do is I throw on a movie. In fact, I'll throw on a couple of movies while I'm doing it. I've got a dual monitor set up, so it's quite handy. And yeah, I just throw on a couple of movies and I just stay in a location and I farm and I build up to, you know, whatever my goal is for that day. And yeah, just stay there farming it, and you know, the next day then I move on to a different location and I'll farm a different color. Right. Let's see, what was this? Oh yeah, this was what we talked about in our last episode. Reputation weapons compared to fleet weapons. So reputation weapons cost 19,125 dill, and they're very rare quality compared to fleet weapons, which cost 10,000 fleet credits and 8,500 dilithium and is ultra rare quality. A higher quality compared to your very rare, and cheaper overall cost compared to the rep stuff. Yeah, so these were some notes that I had put down just to show you guys and try and use them to help explain how this stuff works. Okay, remember now, keep in mind that there is an upgrade event currently going on in game. If I click on the calendar here, we can see what day is today? Today is Sunday. But starting on Thursday the 9th was the start of the upgrade weekend. We actually have another upgrade weekend coming up in March. But that's what's happening now, item upgrade weekend. And what that does is it doubles the amount of tech points that tech upgrades give. So when I click on my superior tech upgrade here, that's why it's saying 25,600, because it's double the amount of tech points. Right, okay. I'm going to start upgrading, and I think I'm going to start off with my Phoenix. Whoa, that went a lot higher than I thought. Okay, where's the Phoenix tech upgrades here? There they are. What do they give? Oh yeah, those Phoenix tech upgrades are nice. 51,200. Standard quality improvement chance. Use on any upgradable item. No dilithium cost. Yeah, we'll use it. Okay. So there's Mark 13. And here's Mark 14. Right. The next... Alright, how do I explain this? I'm going to put this one back. and I'm going to put this one in now. Okay, drag, come on, Phoenix Tech Upgrade. Okay, so when your tech upgrade fills the bar, or your tech upgrades fill this bar, the overflow is carried forward and it slowly builds up this bar. This bar represents the chance of getting a quality improvement on the item. So for example, in the case of this Fleet Tactical console, it can only go to Epic. I have a 2% chance that this is going to go to Epic. It's probably not. It's only a 2% chance. But I will demonstrate that a little bit better now once I get these graded. I'm going to do all of them. Come on, back you go. Okay. Upgrade item. Tech upgrade. Button. Okay, that's that one done. We'll apply another tech upgrade. Right. What would be a good thing to show? I think actually the warp core would be a good one to show. Okay, so we'll do this item, and we'll put the Phoenix Tech upgrade there. So the possible result is Mark 13. If look at the tech points that's required for this, 76,000 just to go one level. Now, put another tech upgrade. See what's happened here now. There is so much overflow, it's converted into quality improvement chance. Now, what will happen is this will reset to 0 when it changes mark level. But once it's mark 14, your chance level only ever increases. I was kind of hoping for that to go to ultra rare. What's this tech upgrade? 30,000, no quality improvement. Oh, I still have a... Wow, okay. Right, I'm going to use this tech upgrade, and I'm going to use a booster. Boosters, alright, these are optional extras. You can get boosters to improve the quality improvement chance. You can get them to increase the amount of tech points. I got these from an R&D box that we got for free when Artifacts came out, the Artifacts update. So see what happened there. See what happens now when I click on this one. This will go back down and this will go up. See? Alright, let's try another roll of the dice here. Alright, I'm trying to get... No, I didn't do it. Dang. I really want to get this up to ultra rare because it'll get the amp mod. So we're up to 21% chance now of getting a quality improvement. There we go. Excellent. We got it. So now that is ultra rare, and if we look at it, it now has the amp modifier. And what the amp modifier does is, if you look just above where it says engine capacitor, plus 3.3% all damage per subsystem with 75 or more power. So that is a total of what, 13.2% bonus damage just for having 75 or more power in each of your 4 subsystems. Yeah. Okay. What will I upgrade next? I'm quite happy with those to stay at 14. I think how many? We have 17 left. Okay. Let's go with these consoles. All right, because these are staying. Dang it. I don't know if I should use the Phoenix tech upgrades or if I should use the beam tech upgrades. I do know what I want to. I'm actually going to upgrade this next. Upgrade item. Okay, I'm going to use these big tech upgrades on this one and boost technology points. Because if we look at this, 153,000 tech points is required. Bear in mind, this is a reputation weapon. All right, look what it needs, like, to go to Mark 14. It's astronomical. Boost technology points. Yep. And I will use beam ones on this. Alright, so that's Mark 14 now. Now look what it is. Just to get it to turn over once, it needs 230,000. Now bear in mind, that is just to turn over once. I'll show you exactly now here. Alright, so as I apply these tech upgrades, bear in mind they're costing just over 1,000 dilithium. This slowly fills up, and my chance slowly builds up as each one is applied. See everything building up there as I slowly apply each one. Okay, so now it's maxed. So this is one turn of the dice, okay, and there's a 4% chance that it's going to get ultra rare. Only a 4% chance, and I've applied, what, 6 of these tech upgrades? Didn't get it. Alright, now I have to apply another 230,000 tech points worth into it before it has another chance to roll the dice. But because it's already Mark 14, this number does not reset. So I keep on adding and building up my chance. You can see it going up slowly but surely each time. Alright, so now this is the last one, and we roll the dice again with a 9% chance of getting a quality improvement. We got it. We got it. Excellent. To be honest with you, I actually was not expecting that. Yeah, I genuinely wasn't expecting that. I thought it'd be much harder. Okay, so now, alright, for each roll of the dice, it needs 259,000 tech points. So you can see how you can go through a huge amount of dilithium by upgrading this stuff. How many? We have 8 of those tech upgrades left. Alright, I am going to use them on these. Superior projectile. Yeah, I'm not using projectile. I'll use that. Superior beam. Okay, that's Mark 14. Let's upgrade the next one to Mark 14. And get this one up to 14. Okay, get the next one up to 14. Alright, so we're using the Phoenix tech upgrades now. Alright, so that's 14. We'll get this one up to 14. This is going to be a big improvement to my build. Getting all this stuff done. Alright, that's all that stuff is now 14. Right, close that down. I want these to go in here. Don't know why, I just like them that way. Okay, what will we go with next? This stuff is going to take a lot of tech upgrades, again because it's reputation stuff. I wonder, should I go with the weapons? 1, 2, 3, 6. I'll go with the weapons. Okay, so that's Mark 14. We're using about 2 or 3 of these each time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, using 3 each time. Okay, I think we'll go on to the space. We'll spend the last couple on ooh, I don't know actually. I want to spend the last few on deflector. What's deflector doing? Kinetic damage resistance rating, improved shield healing. Maybe the deflector. Or will I go with the shields? I think I'll go with the shields. Throw the last few into this. How many we got left? We got 3 left. Okay, we'll go with deflector next. We'll see how we do with this one. We might get it. We'll get it at 13 anyway, if not 14. Okay. And engine. We got that to Mark 13 anyway, which isn't bad. So that's a big upgrade now we've managed to get on our build. I mean, all our consoles, with the exception of these two, are because this is going to be replaced and this is going to be replaced, but all the rest is Mark 14. Our cannons are all Mark 14. I'm really glad that we got the warp core up. I'm very, very happy with that. That amp modifier is huge. It's absolutely huge. We can see the stats on this has changed as well a little bit. We now have a 1% critical chance. Yeah, I'm actually very, very happy with that. Now, when this next upgrade event hits, I hope to have a lot more tech upgrades in order to finish upgrading the rest of the gear, which will be these turrets. What else? Oh, the impulse engine, and this mine actually as well. And I want a few then for the 2 consoles that eventually will be going in here. But overall, I'm actually quite happy with all of that and how it's turned out. I think it's actually quite good. It's going to be a big difference to our build for sure. Yeah, I've also got some Omega tech upgrades to use as well. You can see here I've got a little stockpile of stuff. I hope to build that up as well before the anniversary event finishes, and I have to wait until next year before it comes around again. One thing I want to briefly talk about, so we'll take this console for instance. Right, the only other possible upgrade that can happen with this is go to Epic. So each time this bar fills and overflows, it rolls this dice down here basically, and as this fills up, each time the dice is rolled on it getting a quality improvement chance. Now, if we open up the R&D window and we click on any of the schools, these are the tech upgrades that we were using. Superior Tech Upgrade Beam Technology. But if you look, there's another one that's called Superior Tech Upgrade Experimental Beam Technology. Now, what experimental tech upgrades do is they have a 2x2 quality improvement chance for each one that is used. So a normal tech upgrade that you put in here, like these ones, alright, if we look, it actually doesn't say it, but this only has one. We can see that went up by 1% there. It has only a times 1% quality improvement chance, but the superior experimentals have a times 2. Now the superior experimentals cost I think it's 18 or 1900 dilithium per use. So like this costs just over 1,000. I think it's 18 or 19 to use these ones. But once your gear is 14, alright, once your gear is marked 14, if you want to keep on going to get your gear up to epic level, you should start using the experimental beam technologies, or experimental tech upgrades. There is an experimental for every school, alright? Just as there is a superior for every school. Look, there's our basic, there's our improved, there's our superior, and here's the experimental for cannons. If we go to engineering, it's the very same thing. Basic, improved, superior, and experimental. Every school has them. But when you're trying to get the quality upgrade, you should be using experimentals. Now the difference with experimentals, apart from what I've already pointed out, there is a difference in the cost, what is required, and it is these here, salvage technology. Alright, this is an elite currency. You can see here I've got 3 of them. You get these from playing elite PvE queues. It's the only way to get them. You have to play elite PvE queues, either ground or space, doesn't matter, as long as it is elite and you succeed. If you fail the elite queue, you get nothing. You have to win the mission or complete it successfully in order to get salvage technology. This stuff you can purchase on the exchange as well. Last I checked, it was about 300,000 per piece on the exchange. So yeah, that's basically upgrading to elite level. I'm actually going to spend these couple of tech upgrades, I think, on this. It cannot hurt. I've only got 2 left anyway. Okay, and where is that tech up there? I want to get rid of that discard dirty thing. Right. Oh, what's this one? Basic. Oh, kits. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that's upgrading gear. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I've gone through the numbers with you guys. I hope by deleting my basic and improved tech upgrades that I've hammered home just how expensive it is to use them. It looks like it's cheap, but in the long run it's not. Trust me, you need to go with superior or better. We've managed to upgrade the vast majority of our gear up to Mark 14. I don't even know if I'm going to go beyond that. Like, I don't know if I'm going to make this build all epic. There's no need. I mean, up to this point, we've been doing everything with Mark 12 gear. And we've only just, had a massive upgrade with everything since. I mean, look at the damage output of the weapons now. Remember, we were 400 and something. Now we're up to 632.2 phaser damage on each of those weapons. And if we look here, look, plus 35.6 phaser damage boost and plus 1.8 critical chance. And that's on all of those tactical consoles, which stack. Yeah. So anyway, I'm happy enough with that. I can't think of anything else. We've chewed through a large chunk of our fleet credits. I'm going to keep on building that up because we've got those extra slots and things to purchase. We'll talk about those again once I have the fleet credits back up. A typical build, you're looking at about 1 million fleet credits in total that you need for a typical build, to be finished and good. But yeah, that's a story for another day. So yeah, we'll leave it there. thanks a million for watching, folks. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like. If you have any comments, leave them below, or questions, or anything else that you want me to go over, leave them below. And yes, subscribe to the channel. So until next time, take care.